In the cool hours before dawn, the hum of engines breaks the silence over Israel's Negev desert. Nearly 80 warplanes, primarily F-35s, F-16s, and F-15s, have assembled for an operation that the Israeli military has codenamed Days of Repentance. Every pilot knows what's at stake. This isn't just a routine sortie, it's the culmination of months, maybe even years, of planning. Their destination is hundreds of kilometers away, across hostile territory, aiming at targets deep within Iran. The first wave of Israeli fighters cuts through the night sky, bearing down on their mission. These jets carry cutting-edge weaponry, including the Blue Arrow supersonic missile and the Rock's next-generation extended standoff air-to-surface missile. Both are designed with pinpoint precision for situations exactly like this. Their flight paths are complex, calculated with meticulous care to avoid detection as much as possible. But as always, Iran is watching. Israel's route to Iran isn't as straightforward as a line on a map. Every kilometer is accounted for. These aircraft must navigate through airspace controlled by Jordan, Syria, and Iraq. And to keep their presence undetected, they employ a strategy of high-altitude flying, dipping only when absolutely necessary. The Israeli Defense Forces, or IDF, have gone so far as to coordinate with their air refueling tankers, stationed at specific points along the route, ready to refuel their jets on the fly. The operation is crafted with precision, leaving little room for error. Around 2 in the morning, as the planes enter enemy territory, the pilots begin activating targeting systems for the first strike. This initial wave has a single goal: to neutralize Iran's air defense capabilities, particularly those surrounding Tehran and the crucial regions of Elam and Qazvin. The Rock's missiles, unique in their design, allow the pilots to strike with relative safety from afar, letting the weapons close in with deadly accuracy without the need for deep penetration into Iranian airspace. But tonight, Israel's strategy relies on more than just technology. With a press of a button, the first Rock's missiles are released, cutting through the dark, guided by GPS and inertial navigation systems immune to jamming. They travel at incredible speeds, striking with precision at designated air defense sites across Tehran and the strategic points in Elam. Their targets the heart of Iran's radar installations and surface-to-air missile, or SAM, site systems designed to detect and repel such attacks. But Iran is prepared. The Iranian Bavar 373, an advanced air defense system that many dismissed, responds almost immediately. While several SAM sites and radars go dark, others quickly recalibrate, launching interceptors against the incoming threats. To the surprise of many IDF pilots, some of Israel's missiles and drones are intercepted by the Bavar 373 and Iran's Russian-made S-300 systems, casting doubt on what should have been an impenetrable Israeli assault. The second wave follows closely on the heels of the first, with Israeli jets moving deeper into Iranian airspace. Their mission to cripple Iran's missile capabilities, taking out both ballistic and hypersonic launch sites. These missiles, such as the Shahab-3, are at the core of Iran's retaliatory strike potential, boasting ranges that could strike not only Israel but other regional allies. As the Israeli drones hover above, targeting Iran's missile bases, something unexpected happens. One drone, navigating stealthily over the vast stretches surrounding Tehran, manages to slip past Iran's air defenses entirely. It locks onto a high-value target, the Parvin military base on the outskirts of Tehran, a site shrouded in secrecy, but rumored to house some of Iran's most advanced missile research facilities. With a final targeting adjustment, the drone releases its payload, striking with pinpoint accuracy. But this success is not without cost. Other drones aren't as lucky, as the Iranian defenses manage to shoot down several of them in a relentless counterattack. The third and final wave of the operation is by far the most ambitious. This time, Israeli aircraft aim for Iran's industrial backbone, the military barracks, logistics centers, and manufacturing facilities essential for the nation's missile and military logistics. Their targets include critical sites like the Kadiri barracks, the Hassin Khan Castle, and the Sepah Air Force Logistics Center, each a nerve center for Iran's military machine. But as the Israeli fighters line up to strike these fortified positions, Iran launches another counter. The Bavar 373 radar system tracks the approaching jets and launches interceptors to ward them off. Despite the advanced technology on both sides, it becomes a brutal game of cat and mouse, with each side pushing their systems to the limit. In these tense moments, Israeli fighter pilots activate the Laura missile, a relatively new addition to their arsenal, known for its long-range capability and the accuracy to strike without crossing into enemy airspace. As they lock onto their targets from afar, the lower missiles speed toward Iran's fortified positions. Each strike lands with precision, causing significant damage to military infrastructure. Yet even with these successes, the Iranian air defense manages to intercept some of the incoming threats, a testament to the resilience of Iran's defenses. Meanwhile, Iranian fighter jets scramble in response to the Israeli incursion. Among them are the American-made F-4 Phantoms and F-14 Tomcats, purchased decades earlier, now relics of a bygone era, but still formidable. Alongside these, Iran deploys Russian-made MiG-29s, multi-role jets built for engagements like this. Despite being outmatched technologically by Israel's fifth-generation F-35s, the Iranian pilots are experienced, and they take to the skies with determination, pushing their aging fighters to their limits. The Israeli jets, however, rely on their superior avionics and stealth capabilities, outmaneuvering the Iranian Phantoms and Tomcats in a series of aerial engagements. When things get tight, the F-35s unleash their Blue Arrow supersonic missiles, specialized for air-to-air combat at close range. But the Iranians are quick to respond. At one point, an Iranian MiG-29 manages to evade the missile lock of an Israeli F-16, countering with a burst of flares and chaff before banking sharply away. Back on the ground, the Iranian defense systems continue to fire, engaging not just the jets but any Israeli projectile they can detect. The 300 systems launch their interceptors in succession, targeting incoming Israeli missiles, and in several instances, successfully neutralize them before they hit their marks. But despite Iran's best efforts, the damage inflicted by the Israeli waves has a lasting impact. Key defense installations lie in ruins, and crucial missile production sites have been compromised. And yet, Iran's resilience is on full display. As the Israeli jets begin their retreat, Iranian systems remain active, tracking their movements, prepared for any additional engagement. It's here, however, that an unexpected twist comes into play. As the Israeli fighters regroup and begin their exit strategy, intelligence reveals Israel's primary objective may not have been to completely destroy Iran's infrastructure at all. Instead, as the details emerge, analysts speculate that the operation was as much psychological as it was tactical, a demonstration of Israel's reach and the advanced capabilities of its military. By targeting specific installations but not completely leveling Iran's defenses, Israel sends a message: we can strike whenever we choose. This demonstration appears to resonate with Iran's leaders. The strike serves as a warning, not merely of Israel's ability to inflict damage, but of its decision not to do so at full force, a clear implication that further escalation could lead to a much larger, potentially devastating conflict. For both sides, this encounter underscores the delicate balance of power in the region and leaves open questions about the next steps in this high-stakes game of military strategy. As the final Israeli aircraft cross back into friendly territory, the pilots receive confirmation that all units are accounted for. The success of the operation, while far from absolute, has achieved its purpose. Israel has displayed its capability to strike deep into Iran's defenses, while Iran's military has proven it can withstand a sustained attack, even one of this scale. Both nations retreat from this encounter with reinforced determination and heightened vigilance. Back on the ground, in Israel and Iran alike, citizens go about their days, largely unaware of the high-stakes clash that has just unfolded overhead. For the Israeli pilots, there's a sense of accomplishment tinged with the weight of what their mission implies.